Hello everyone, Russ of Aquarimax here, and today I'd like to give you a tour of our newly remodeled bioactive Leopard Gecko Vivarium. This remodel was inspired by a video made by Mick of Fangs and Fins. He had a really nice setup with different layers of cork bark and so on, so shout out to Mick. Check out his video in the description. The remodel included purchasing this ZoomEd 18-inch light fixture. Though the lamp and the adapter that we purchased, along with the Bioactive Vivarium kit initially, is a high-quality item, I don't think it's particularly well suited to this 20-gallon long tank. It really is more of a spotlight, which can work fine if you're just growing plants in the middle of the vivarium, but we really thought we'd like the tank to be more uniformly illuminated. So, to accommodate the LED lamp, I removed one of the reflectors from the longer portion of the ZoomEd fixture and installed the Tinkman Herbst bulb there. I removed the reflector for two reasons. One is because I didn't want any excess heat to build up in there and possibly damage the bulb, as most of the heat in this type of fixture goes straight up. And for another reason, the reflector is not needed because this LED bulb just aims all of its light straight down. For now, I installed a simple 5000 Kelvin LED bulb here. I will probably replace that with a compact fluorescent 23 to 26 watt bulb in the future. I may even use a UVB bulb, which are not strictly necessary for leopard geckos, but can be very beneficial. So, without further ado, let's start the tour. The under tank heater is still in the place it was for several very good reasons, one of them being that you can't really move one of these and use it again safely. The other being that the hide, the warm hide here on this side, is perfect for a leopard gecko. It's between 85 and 95 degrees in there. She can get the belly heat she needs. It works great. Didn't want to break something that was working well. And I did move this aloe plant. We added a small Haworthia plant. Behind this terrace, I used some extra cork bark from the Dart Frog Vivarium build to create this terrace, and we lowered the substrate quite a bit here in the front, this part of the vivarium here. We added a few more plants, a small leaf jade and a tiger jaw aloe plant, and the overall effect, I think, once they grow in, is going to be really nice with all of these plants in the back. I'll be able to trim the jade plant as it gets tall and then replant those top parts back into the soil and make kind of a, I don't know, a bushy, hedgy area, and I think that will be fun. And then, as you see, the lower substrate leads to kind of a ramp of cork bark over here with the cool hide here. Now the cool hide is not very aesthetically pleasing right now. It's just a plastic hide that I buried down here, but now that I know that the leopard gecko will use it, and she does, I'm going to make some sort of door frame out of some bits of cork bark so it'll blend in more with the cork bark and look more aesthetically pleasing. And then you can get an idea of the terrace effect more. We really built up the substrate over here, put the water dish up here in the front, and then back in the back corner is the latrine area. Part of the reason we did that is because the terraced effect overall is just more interesting, both for us visually and for the leopard gecko. She really seems to like the fact that she can change elevation a little bit. She likes to climb around on the cork bark and so on. And another reason is that the latrine area in the back there is on a really deep area of substrate, and the deeper the substrate, the better the bioactivity. And so the isopods, springtails, and mealworms that make up the cleanup crew have a really good base to work with. And there is a lot of microfauna thriving in here. There on a piece of the cork bark, you can see a mealworm beetle that's crawling around. Once in a while, some of the mealworms get out of her dish and they have become part of the cleanup crew. They're also breeding in here. I've seen pupae beetles and small larvae in here, so they are breeding in here. I'm sure she picks those off once in a while, but that doesn't do any harm. The population seems fairly stable, and there are isopods of various types. There's a zebra isopod right in the middle of the screen, hiding in that corner of cork bark. You can see it just moving a little bit there. There are a lot of those in there. There are also some powder blue isopods, a couple of different types of springtails, and the bioactivity is just really, really doing well. In the natural environment of a leopard gecko, you would not be likely to see such a deep layer of leaf litter. They live in rocky areas where the vegetation is just not going to produce this type of leaf litter. because it's, one, pretty sparse, and it's of course not a lot of trees growing there, but this serves to support the bioactivity that we need to get an effective cleanup crew, and we have a very effective one. We don't really have to clean out the latrine area except for occasional urates, but other than that, we don't have to clean it up at all. The bugs do all the work. So let's take a look at the vivarium in its entirety as much as I can fit it in the shot. You can get an idea of what it looks like. There you go. And now let's see if Pago would like a snack. All right, here's a nice juicy cricket dusted with Repashy Calcium Plus. Let's see if she's hungry. Oh, she looks interested. Yep, indeed, she did want a snack. I better give her another one. She looks like she's fairly hungry. So let me know in the comments what you think about Pago's newly remodeled vivarium. And thanks for watching today. I release videos every Friday, all on aquarium and vivarium pets. Please feel free to leave a like, a comment, to share it with someone who might like it. And if you haven't already,
subscribe.
And then click the bell icon so you don't miss my next video. She does the funniest things with her tail.